Okay, everybody, we're in Flowood, Mississippi, which is just on the outskirts of Jackson. About a mile from my turn-in to my shipper. And they've already sent me my next load, which will be picking up just down the street, kind of behind the property of the shipper. Some kind of recycling place. Just giving you a look. As you can see, getting a little bit of rain. Sprinkling rain. It's nice and cool. It's about 1 p.m., a little after. And our turn in is going to be down here on 4th Street. At this traffic light, I think. It's kind of deceiving because it looks like you're turning into a neighborhood. Okay, let's see. It's been a little while since in fact, the last time I came here 2 or 3 months ago, I got here and got back to the loading area and they canceled my load. Alright, so you can see the scale up just ahead, scale in on the right, scale out on the left. I don't remember what, there's a sign up here that says what the CB channel is. So let me try to get checked in. Alright, so I got checked in, scaled in. And we got to drive around to the back as expected. She asked me if I'd ever been here before, and I said yes, but I've not delivered this product. But I kind of know the general area. She told me to look for bin number 2 when I get around there. And she was going to radio somebody to be on the lookout for me. So you can see this is kind of the flatbed holding area. They do a lot of flatbed loading and securing, tarping, etc. right in this area. I picked up here a couple of times as a Maverick driver. You know, speaking of Maverick drivers, yesterday I was traveling through, I think I was in North Mississippi, over near Walnut, Mississippi, as a matter of fact. And a Maverick truck was passing by me on the left. And they blew their horn at me, and I looked over, and it was David, a fellow I knew. He's still with Maverick. But yeah, we used to see each other all the time as Maverick drivers, because he lives not far from me. So we had a lot of the same loads sometimes. Yes, sir. Uh-oh, what's this truck doing coming around here? You going the wrong way, pal. You're not supposed to be doing this. Oh my. You are going the wrong way, buddy. Alright, I'm coming around, people. Alright, you can see, just for your information, you got a flatbed waiting to go in that door over there. And then another one out here waiting. That's where they load, inside there. They get steel bars and beams and things like that. But that's not what we're doing. I hope this rain will hold off so I can get empty and get reloaded before it starts pouring rain. That'd be nice. Alright, so once we get around these buildings here, I'm going to be looking for bin number 2. number 2. Well, I don't see it yet, but I'm going to keep on going. Well, let me, I'll save some disc space here and try to show you some when I find out where I'm going. All right, folks, let me show you this real quick. I've already got my mud flaps moved, door open. There's the load, and here's where we're dumping. So this is not the greatest spot to be dumping. So I told the guy I was just gonna pull up to about right here. There's a concrete pad under here, which is good, but I'm not gonna go any further because that's so unlevel. So that's what we're doing. He's already signed my paperwork and went on to do other things. But he told me once I get empty, I can sweep out here. And he told me I could go out that way. You know, I was griping about that other truck going out that way because I've always had to exit going to the right. But he said, no, it's okay. So anyway, let's get this done. All right, guys, so I've dumped. Got my mud flaps hung back up, got my door closed. Here's my delivery load right there. Heavy stuff. And it's very dusty, but I gave it a good sweep. Doesn't have to be totally clean, like if you're hauling roofing granules or something. I'm just going up the road like half a mile, if that, to get a load of metal, you know, recycled metal. So gonna go scale out and get my scale ticket, and we'll be off to the next load. Okay, headed back to the scale. It's over there to the right, but I thought you might like to see. Got a loaded flatbed up here to give you a look at the kind of stuff they haul. I'm gonna go. Anyway, you see the kind of long steel cables, rods. Hopefully you can see that over there. I wanted to get closer, but that lane over there is marked for the other direction. That's a Jordan hauler. He's got some long steel rods, probably 60 footers. All right, we got a truck turning in here, so let him get turned around, and I'll be getting on the scale. Okay, guys, so we're just driving like half a mile up the road, and we're going to turn into our next shipper. Still in Flowood. It's been quite a while since I've picked up a load up here. Early on in my Oakley career, I used to get loads from here, well, several times. All right. General recycling, they call it. Okay, let's see if any of this looks, oh, here comes the truck. Let me turn in, sir. All right. Okay, so we got to scale in on the left side, scale out on the right. All right. In case of tornado, proceed to main office. Okay. And they got a fella here that's gonna help me get checked in. And then we'll meander off into that zone of metal. All right, I'll show you some in a little bit if I can. Okay. So as you can see, this place is pretty hectic. I've scaled in, checked in, and he's told me to pull off the scale. And he said the best way to do it is to pull forward and then back down here to the left. I'll be getting loaded back in there. So, yeah, I don't even see how I could get back there at this point. There's too many trucks. So, anyway, once I get this figured out, we'll try to get loaded. All right, folks. Turn the camera on here because I got a crop duster about to come across the highway in front of us. There he goes. Lots of cotton country. There's some cotton. They got bales of cotton out. You probably can't see it now, but getting I've seen a lot of action. Here comes the crop duster again. There he is. What a job, what a job. I'll leave the camera on here. You might get one more shot. I think he's gonna come. He's coming back just behind me now. Flying about 10 feet off the ground. That's gotta be scary. Alright, so I picked up this load in Flowood earlier. I don't think I got much footage in there because it was just a busy place. But it's a load of Zorba that I'm taking to Alltech Recycling in North Little Rock. You know, they'll sort it down, and then I'll probably get a load tomorrow out of there. A load of Twitch, like I had earlier in the week. We'll see. And then my dispatcher's already got me kind of lined up for a Friday load, picking up there in Lone Oak, Arkansas, going back up to East Alton, Illinois for a Monday delivery. So I like that load, and he knows it. So that's cool. That's a load. If I pick it up Friday, and then I can leave out Sunday afternoon, you know, leave the house at 1 o'clock or something like that. I can go all the way to the customer. It's about a 7-hour drive, maybe a little less. They have a nice parking lot. I can park overnight, be there when they start letting us in at 8 o'clock. So that's a good Sunday trip. Don't have to worry about finding a place to park. Can get there without having to take a break. Yeah, it's a good run. That puts me in the St. Louis area, and we always seem to have good freight options up in the St. Louis area. But anyway, tonight I'm trying to make it back to the Oakley, North Little Rock yard. I've got just enough time to do it. It's going to be about 8 o'clock almost before I get there. But I think that's what I'm going to do. Just go all the way there, and then my delivery customer is just, you know, 2 or 3 miles from the Oakley, North Little Rock yard. So I'll just knock it out in the morning. Probably reload at the same place and hit the road again. That's what's up for now. Okay, people, welcome to Thursday morning. It's about 7:30 here in North Little Rock. Got this load of Zorba I picked up in Flowood, Mississippi yesterday. Made it to the Oakley, North Little Rock yard last night, camped out. And we're fixing to get in here and get this load delivered. Looks like there's a couple of trucks already here. I don't know what's after this. I haven't talked to dispatch this morning. Like I mentioned yesterday, they've got me a Friday load to pick up. It's just they don't have anything after this and prior to the Friday pickup figured out exactly. Anyway, as you can see, You enter the scale here and check in over at the office to the left, and then we'll go around the building to unload. All right, folks, so he told me, I've come around to the back of the building, and he's told me to jump in bin number 3. So you want to try to back into this bin as far to the passenger side as you can, so you'll have enough room to open up your barn door. So that's what I'm doing. I'll try to show you some in a minute. Okay, folks, let's take a look at it. Here's my load I just dumped. See, it came out pretty clean. I'll go through with my broom, sweep it out real quick. That'll be that. Then we'll go around and scale out, call dispatch, and see what's next. Okay, guys, so it's Friday morning, about 8 o'clock. I'm here at my shipper. Just pulled into what they call dock number 11. Checked in, just waiting for the loader to get started, hoping that he can get this loaded before the rain really sets in. It's already kind of sprinkly. We're kind of on the border of some of that, what is it, Hurricane Helene that's passing through to the east of here. You can see the floor of my trailer is already a little bit wet, but I'm gonna show you this. Back into here, already got my bows and my tarp out of the way. What they do here, and I've filmed from here before, is they're gonna be loading those pallets right there with the forklift. It's full of brass or copper, maybe both, and they'll drive on here with the forklift and then spin the pallets upside down and dump the product into the trailer. And then they use the pallets to kind of push it, cram it toward the front too. So once we get to the end, there's not a whole bunch of product right at the end that's going to fall out when I pull away from the dock. And then I'll have to climb in here, get my bows put back over, and pull out, shut my door, get tarp. But that's going to be our product over there. And this load, usually when I pick up product here, it goes to East Alton, Illinois. But this load goes to Granite City, Illinois, which is about 15 miles away. So I'm gonna stand up under this covering here so the camera doesn't get wet. But that's what we're doing. Friday morning. You know, this week has turned out to be not a great week for miles, because yesterday I didn't do a whole lot, and today won't have much other than picking up this load. You know, I'll pick this load and then drive 15 miles back to the North Little Rock Oakley yard and park and go home. So I was able to go home last night. So, you know, it's just one of those weeks where it won't be a banner settlement pay week, but I got a little time off. But that's what we're doing, and I'll go over my last week's settlement with you. You know, I'll be covering that week where I did all those road salt loads out of St. Louis, because that was a good settlement. I was anxious to see that because, you know, those are all like, they pay us percentage of load, not a whole lot of miles to them, but made for a good pay settlement. So see if he's getting started on me here. No, he's working on the truck next to me, so they should be getting started here in a minute. I'm just going to get in the truck here and try to stay dry while they're loading me. Okay guys, just wanted to show you, he's only got a few more pallets left, but that's what we have so far. Luckily it hasn't started raining too hard yet, so but yeah, it looks like he's got maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe seven more pallets. but that's how it works. All right, people, so I got loaded back there in Lone Oak, Arkansas. Now I'm arriving here at the Oakley, North Little Rock yard. Give you a look at what's going on here on a Friday morning, a little after 10 a.m. So I've had a pretty easy Thursday and a real easy Friday. Like I said, this load delivers Monday morning up in Granite City, Illinois. So I'll leave out Sunday, after lunch sometime. It's about a 6.5 hour drive up there. They have a place where I can park overnight, so I'll get there Sunday evening and just be there first thing Monday morning. So let's get in here and see if we can find us a place to park. This load, they estimate the weight of the load based on how much each one of those pallets weighs. They had it estimated at a little bit under 42,000 pounds. So it's a very light load. All right, there's the main office straight ahead. There's a pneumatic tanker coming out of the loading area there. Arkansas River straight ahead. Let's just see if I can get backed up here into a parking spot. So I'll try to do an update when I get home. Kind of go over the last couple of weeks of settlement pay. So I'll see you there. Okay guys, hey, as I mentioned before, I want to do a quick recap of the last 2 pay settlements. So this first one is for the week, I think it was a short week for me. I'm not sure about that, but I think I started this week on a Tuesday morning. But it was the week that I went from North Little Rock to Bowling Green, Kentucky. And then from Bowling Green, I went to Miracle, Kentucky, up in that hilly area where I got the coal. From there, delivered that to Burnsville, Mississippi. And then I drove empty from Burnsville, Mississippi over to Hickman, Arkansas. That load ended up getting canceled due to the heavy rains. So I got empty miles for that. And then they sent me the next morning back to North Little Rock. I'm sorry, to Lone Oak, Arkansas, where I got a load. Took that home and delivered it Monday morning up in East Alton, Illinois. But the numbers for that week were 695 empty miles, 1,169 loaded miles. That generated a gross earnings of $4,381. Expenses were $1,380, so that gave me a net settlement pay of $3,001. So that's a quick recap without a whole lot of details on that week. And then the week after that was kind of an interesting week, so I wanted to go over that. It was not your normal kind of a pay week. If you remember, I spent the majority of that week up in the St. Louis area hauling road salt to different Missouri DOT facilities. So this settlement doesn't show many miles because all of those loads paid percentage of load, right? So I only had like 50 empty miles and 394 loaded miles show up on this settlement. Most of my income was generated from percentage of load pay. And that's the way they usually do it, on those loads like that are short, quick, not many miles, because it just doesn't generate much income under the normal pay rules. So they pay us percentage of load. So let's see here if I can recap this quickly. So the first project me and several other Oakley drivers worked on is We were going from that Oakley terminal there in St. Louis over to a city, basically a suburb of St. Louis called Town and Country, Missouri, to a DOT facility, and I made 10 trips back and forth to there. And it averaged out to be about $245 per trip. And we got paid 72% of the load revenue on that one. So the next project was picking up at the same Oakley terminal and going, it was a little longer, more miles further away, to a Missouri DOT facility in Pacific, Missouri. And that, I did 6 trips of that particular load, and that paid about $350 a load. So that was 16 salt trips during that. That was like part of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and I think I even delivered one on Friday morning. So most of the week I was doing that. Then after that, they sent me up, you know, about 30 or 40 miles away to Jonesburg, Missouri, where I picked up a load of scrap metal that was my home load, and I delivered it the following Monday morning in North Little Rock. So the gross revenue on that week was $5,709. Deductions were $811, and that gave me a net settlement pay of $4,897. So that was a different kind of week there, but it was a good week. It generated a good settlement pay for me. All right, so those are my most previous 2 settlement weeks. So yeah, that's it. Let's wrap that up.